What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the 5 Takeaways, where we take a look at the weekend's game and see what we can take away from it. Obviously, we beat Newcastle up in the northeast. We spoiled their party in a 3-2 win, and a really good win in my opinion. Some really nice football on show. So let's get on to the 5 takeaways, and that first takeaway is all action HOJBJERG, not all HOJBJERG action.
So HOJBJERG, I thought, put in an absolute brilliant display yesterday on both ends of the pitch, and if you look at the numbers, it bears it out. He made a mammoth 9 tackles throughout the game, which is more than any Premier League player has made in a Premier League game this season, 4 more than anyone else on the pitch. He won 11 of his 18 duels, which is the level first on the pitch with NDOM-BELTER. Made the most passes out of anyone else on the pitch, completed 5 out of 5 long passes, and also made the most through balls on the pitch, which obviously one of them resulting in an assist to Harry Kane for his goal on the day. So I thought he really made an impact at both ends, attacking and going forward. And I thought it was a real all-action display from Pierre.
It really was, and he's really kind of like we saw in the Euros of how he kind of performs for Denmark, and we're like, I wish he could put in those kind of performances for us. But last year he was really kind of focused on the defensive side of the game. He was like that. He was playing the Skippy role that Skip's playing this year, basically.
Yeah,
and
without any help.
Huh?
Without any help.
Exactly. And with Skip in the team, he's giving him the license to do that role that he does for Denmark, and he flourished in it yesterday, that's for sure.
Definitely did.
Let's move on to number 2, and the second takeaway is NDOM-BELTER.
Yeah, NDOM-BELTER, also another player who really was a brilliant performance yesterday with his dribbling ability. But one thing I noticed yesterday is he took 5 shots, which is more than anyone else on the pitch. Obviously, one of them resulting in the goal. And maybe it's a tactic which Nuno's trying to get him to shoot more, seeing he's playing further up the pitch. But looking at his other numbers, he won 11 of his 19 duels, which is very impressive for a player who people say is too lazy. He made 4 tackles, which is the same as Ollie Skip, and he completed 4 dribbles, which is second only to Lucas Moura on the day. So another player who was a bit all action, and obviously his goal capped off what was another brilliant display, and what a goal it was.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that, yeah, people do, we've had our say on NDOM-BELTER in the past. Everyone says that, if he can only have the mentality to match the ability, what a player we would have in our hands. And yesterday, he had that mentality on the pitch, and he had that ability on the pitch, and he married both of them together. And what a performance we saw from him, to be honest. And long may it continue. I mean, we've seen these performances from NDOM-BELTER before. It's all about the consistency now. Consistency. That's what I want to see.
Games as well.
Exactly.
So like against Arsenal, you got to put your foot in those games.
Exactly.
But he did well.
Yeah, of course. Let's move on to the third takeaway, and that is press improvement.
So for the second consecutive game, we made our most ever successful pressures in a game, and also the highest press success percentage. We've increased it. So last week it was about 32%, which was our highest of the season, and against Newcastle we had 40%. So it really is improving game on game, our pressing. We also made more tackles in this game than in any other game than we've had. So we are really getting to grips with how Nuno wants to play, and his system and a pressing structure seems to be improving game by game. And I guess these things do take time, and it seems to be improving.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that when we wanted to change up the style of play from last year, it was always going to take a bit of time for the players to get used to the system. Nuno's kind of like had bad luck all the way through it as well. So that time is going to take even longer with all the issues he's had. So I'm happy that we're finally starting to see a kind of nucleus and a basis of what we're going to be seeing this season. And signs are good in the last 2 games. But like I said for the last point, it's all about consistency.
But it seems to be improving.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. And that is great signs.
Yeah, and so 40%, that's really high. It's a very high percentage, so fair play.
All right, let's move on to the fourth takeaway, and that is KANE away.
So Harry Kane got off the mark yesterday with his first Premier League goal of the season, and obviously also getting his first assist of the season. He was looking more like the Harry Kane of old, although if you look at the stats, He actually, again, like if he didn't get his goal and assist, people probably would have said he's anonymous because he had one of the second least touches and one of the least passes as well. But he was a lot more clinical in this one than he has in previous games. But that was his 88th goal in 128 away games in his career, which is only 6 behind Wayne Rooney, who has 94 away goals and 243 away games. So he really has an exceptional record away from home, Harry Kane, and it's even got more away goals than Alan Shearer had in his whole career already. And he's going to absolutely blitz that away record, and he'll probably be his for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a mad stat. He's already trumped Alan Shearer for away goals, who's the record Premier League goal scorer. I mean, that's actually mad when you actually think about it. The amount of home goals Alan Shearer scored, never mind the away goals that Harry Kane has scored. But yeah, it's all great news. Harry Kane hasn't broken a record yet, but he's always breaking those records, and I'm sure in the next 3 or 4 away games that record will be broken.
That ratio is crazy. 88 goals, 128 away games, crazy record.
Absolutely nuts. But that's Harry Kane. That is Harry Kane. Let's move over to the last takeaway, and that is on the up.
So that's 2 consecutive wins now for Spurs, and that puts them in 5th place, level on points in Brighton in 4th. So really looking a lot better the league table after that, although our goal difference could have helped yesterday with a few more goals, and that goal conceded meant there was only a 1 goal improvement. But the next 2 games we play 6th and 7th placed West Ham and Manchester United. So massive games coming up, and it really is a good opportunity to either build up ahead of steam, or we could end up after the next 2 games back probably in the bottom half.
Yeah, definitely. I think that when you look at the league table with all the negativity that's surrounded us this season, you're actually like, wow, it's actually not too bad when you look at the league table. 4 points off top, above games. Man United. But I don't know if that tells the whole story of how our season's gone so far. Like I said before, Nuno has got very, very unlucky, coupled with a lot of bad tactical decisions and game management decisions from him. But the last 2 games, he's really started to get it right. I think the last 2 games is probably our most complete performances of the season so far. So definitely signs of improvement. And yeah, big games coming up. And if we can get results in these next 2 games, then I think a lot of fans will start looking at the positive things in this season.
If we get results in the next 2 games, I think it could really turn the perspective of what a lot of people think of what's going on at Tottenham into a very much positive situation.
Yeah, I completely agree. So yeah, signs are good, but the thing is, we're only like 1 or 2 injuries away from collapsing again. So
also true.
That's the thing with our weak squad. So that's a little caveat about the on the up. But look, that is our 5 takeaways. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any thoughts regarding our takeaways. Let me know if you have any more takeaways to give us. Put them in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.